Hello folks, and welcome to another new acquisition of mine. This machine here is, as you can see, the Haman Manus R, made by DTV, or the Deutsche Telefonwerke. It's was created as the company identified a need in order to create a calculator that handled automatic division. And so, as a result of this, it comes with a fair number of fairly advanced features. First of all, you can see it looks very similar to the Odhner and the Walther. It has the regular settings available here at the top. It's a little bit sort of neutral-like. Comes with a display window to show which setting is currently active. Has a clearing bar. On the side we have some buttons. We have the carriage step right and the carriage step left button. Interestingly enough, in the leftmost position, the carriage is completely decoupled from the result register, as you can see. So if I push it to the right one, you'll see it was subtracting. This is because the Haman only has the crank set to rotate in a single direction at all times. So this is set over here using the add subtract lever. You just shift back and forth, which changes which of the gears on the carriage the rotor interfaces with. On that note, we'll leave it in the add mode for now. And excuse me, we'll show off a fairly neat feature of the thing, which is this red lever here. You can see it has two modes. It has multiplication and division, and it has addition and subtraction. Now, this is something I have not seen on any other hand-operated calculator. Watch this. Automatic input clearing. So we just add something together. Boom. Very simple. It also comes with back transfer, which is done by moving the clearing lever up, locking it in with this little thing up here, and pushing like so. And this yellow indicator shows that the back transfer mechanism is engaged and ready for use. Of course, it has to be manually disengaged with a push of this button. That being said, we can use the thing for multiplication, which we will do using our run-of-the-mill number of seconds in a year. So 60 times 60. So I shift it right once, right twice, switch this thing to subtract, and I screwed up because I had forgotten to toggle this thing. Exciting! It really is an unusual machine in that regard. So I push this carriage release down, shift to the right once, make sure that this is now set to multiply, move this down to the 6th position, and I shift the carriage right one, and I have it set to subtract. So, and toggle to add and rotate again to clear the overflow, and thus do a shortcut. Shift the carriage all the way to the left, recouple it with the gears, activate back transfer, Pull these down, back transfer effectuated, and now I take this times 24, so for 86,400 seconds in a day. Once again, needs coupling with the rotor. I clear the input, activate back transfer, pull it down, and now for the 365. So I make it a 5, I shift it to the right ones, switch to subtract, and I shift it to the right ones, switch to add, and done. So, as we've previously established, the number of seconds in a year is 31,536,000. On that note, we can also have a look at the number one feature of the Haman Manus, the feature that makes it practically unique among these kinds of desktop calculators. For starters, we clear everything, clear the input, clear the result register, and the counter. And then we push this down and in. So the carriage is now in its absolute leftmost position. It's decoupled from the rotor, which means that it's easy to change settings in these registers. And this is what we will be using to set up a division for pi. So I rotate this down to 355. I shift the carriage all the way to the right. I toggle this to be subtract, and I switch this lever here so that the counter register operates in a different direction than the rotation. So it adds on subtractions and subtracts on additions, which we will see now. Also shift this one. This one has 10 decimal places, and we will be using divide by 113, which has 3 decimal places. So 10 minus 3 is 7. 7 decimal places in the result. On that note, make sure that this is pushed in. It certainly is. Then it's time for the division. So pull this out and I start cranking. It steps one half, adds one, steps another half, continues subtracting until the overflow. The overflow happens. It makes a half step. The addition happens, makes another half step, and so it continues. Oops. And so for the final overflow, makes a half step, adds one, makes another half step, and now the carriage is decoupled from the rotor. So no further additions will happen once we are finished. Very, very neat feature, I think. So we clear the thing, as we do. Sometimes the result just isn't as interesting as the journey to get there. On that note, I will take it out of subtract mode. We can look at, say converting something from Fahrenheit into Celsius. Let's say we wish to convert 86 Fahrenheit into Celsius. So I switch this to add. We have 86 there, and we need to subtract 32. So I switch it back to subtract, and you can see that the carriage shifts a little bit to the left. At some point, if people are interested, I might take the covers off and show you what actually happens inside the machine. But till then. And there we have it. We have 54 left after the subtraction. Next, we are going to divide this by 1.8. So we have 1.8, and we have 10 decimal places minus 4 decimal places, so 6 decimal places in the result quotient, and the division lever is fully pressed in, and we can start the division. Interestingly enough, this added up perfectly to become 30 degrees in Celsius. Go figure. Note, I can clear this. This does not need clearing. This, however, does. On that note, we have covered almost everything, but there is one small point I will touch on. This thing here. If the machine jams and you need to rotate the lever anti-clockwise, you can press this button to enable this, but you really shouldn't. On that note, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've had fun, and I hope you'll have a continued pleasant evening, or if not continued, then a plain pleasant evening. Thanks for watching.